Well, ladies and gentlemen, our speaker today spoke with us last Thursday. I asked him to kick our month off this month because he does such a fantastic job, and I had some great time with him on Saturday after the event. And his topic today is applied knowledge is power. I repeat, applied knowledge is power. He hails from Dallas, Texas, moved there from Cleveland just recently with his beautiful family and 5 kids. He doesn't miss any sports events. That's something. See, money's not money, but his prices is our time more valuable than money. And I love this young man for what he does and what he brings. So he kicked us off last Thursday with mindset for the month of February. Without further ado, the great, the one and only, applied knowledge is power. Regional Vice President Platinum's a great Steve Payten.
Thank you so much. You know, it's crazy. I was telling my team yesterday that my 7-year-old, I had Saturday, we had an event, the Emerge event, and my 7-year-old son, you know, because of the event, I had to, at the end of the event, he had a basketball game. Now, I have 5 kids, so literally we have practice every day, and we have 4 games on Saturday. I popped out for a couple of the games and popped back in, but I couldn't miss the David and Tina's promotion because we've done so much together in this business. And during our event, the leadership event, you know, was his game. So, you know, I missed it. And I got home and we were talking, we were all at the counter. And I said, you know, Judah, you did a great job. You know, you had a great game. You know, I'm so proud of you. Mommy sent me videos. And he said to me, he said, yeah. And then the other kids were like, I mean, my kids are so different. They talk in harmony, literally. They sing in harmony, they talk in harmony together. And they said, Judah was mad because you couldn't come to his game. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, son. I said, I had to do the event. And he said, no, you didn't. Like this, like the last child that he is. He just came down here, so I'm not gonna call him what I usually call him. And you know, after he did that, I said, son, that's how I pay for basketball. That's how I pay for this house. That's how I pay for everything. Is because of, you know, ACN and doing the ACN events. So then the kid said, yeah, that's why he played his best. I mean, he had half of the team's points, 7 out of 17 points. I mean, if y'all see these videos, it's incredible. He had a couple of steals, blocks, assists, just dominated the entire game. My wife said people kept coming up to him, and his heart was dominate because so the daddy feel like he missed out. That's how much he will never know. He don't even get, because it's a shocker if I miss one game. And it's because of ACN. I just, when he said that, it was like, I wasn't mad. I was happy because I was like, wow, these kids are really blessed. I mean, could you imagine y'all that's my age or older, your parents going to all your practices and games? My parents didn't go to nothing. Not my concerts, not my games, practice. I had to get picked up and dropped off. I mean, I had to get dropped off from the games and stuff. My wife was one of the people that her parents dropped me off. My parents wasn't even gonna pick me up. They told me to walk home in the dark, talking about going to practice. But guys, I had an unbelievable time. I'm telling y'all, like this weekend was special. It was great because I've done these calls, but to meet a lot of you guys in person, you guys are truly special. You know, Sam, you know, what you did together, working with Joe was just incredible. You know, it's just a blessing. Jomar, you know, just a blessing, and just the heart of everybody, the family atmosphere. It really made me feel special. And I know it made my team feel special. I always watch details and stuff. You know, we just felt like one big family. It was great. You know, thanks for the hospitality, Mr. Thomas. I mean, that's one of your gifts, really. And that's why God is going to continue to bless you as a leader. So I'm gonna dig right into it. And honestly, my mentor taught me, so I got my beast mode shirt on today. All right, beast mode. It's time to go beast mode. We're in February now. RC is here. You know, it put everything in the past. It's time to execute, apply the knowledge. It's time to execute now what 2022 is, okay? The new you. It's time to execute now. No more excuses, no more stuff. It's time to go into full out beast mode, all right? And I'm gonna show you. So my mentor, Mr. Efren Tahada, he always says, when you go to an event or you get on the call, he says, look for nuggets. Get that nugget. He said, so like, I mean, if you ever talk to him, you know, and I'm the same way because I learned it from him. If you get on the phone with him or either one of you guys, you know, Julian, anybody is talking, ET or anything, he's getting on a call to get a nugget. It doesn't matter what position, even if we talk and we have a personal conversation, you know, sometimes he'll smack his lip and go, got my nugget. Thank you so much. I'm talking about super personal. And my nugget that would have been my nugget actually for the first time came from me. And what would have been my nugget was this. This was at the Friday leadership. This is a game changer. This is Mr. Dean Torali. Okay, he sent this to me the day before the Emerge event on Friday and said, bro, we got to talk. Had 11 guest PBR in the living room, 7 people signed up. So real quick, I just want to see who's really shifting their thinking, because when you shift your thinking, you're going to start to see a lot of these conversations. When you grow in the business, you're going to say, man, all of these RVPs and SVPs sound alike. Like, and it's not that we say, hey, you know, let's talk alike. You know, it's that we think the same. Leaders think the same. As a matter of fact, if you really go even further and you start to read books and hear the greats, hear LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Kobe Bryant, people like that we think like them too. Like, you'll hear a lot of the same stuff. So unmute yourself real quick. What stands out? I want to hear who is thinking like me. What stands out about this? What do you see?
Consistency.
Belief.
Okay.
Belief.
Pioneer.
I see people getting excited to get back in person, and the energy in person transformed into 9 signups on the spot.
What'd you say?
I see people, regular people, excited to be back in person, and the
Nice.
energy transfers because of Dean being excited too, signing up 9 people physically on the spot.
Nice. What else? Like that. Nine excited people, excited to be in person. Like that. What else?
I also see a servant leader who wants to share it with his brother so that he can start to have the same success, because we're all on the same team.
Yes. And I heard a young lady speaking.
Young, I appreciate that. I mean, personal influence. Like, he's this person, whoever it was that had the 11 guests. I mean, I don't know who invited them, if it was Mr. Trolley or who it was, but just having personal influence and, you know, wanting to make a difference in his network.
Well, the way we're taught, so we had the same mentor. So we're taught to make calls with the person. And when you see 11, that means it was probably like 20 to 30 confirmations. You know, so the confirmations weren't on there. Then it's the guests that showed up. So it's always about half their show. But y'all are really close to a couple of more things that I'm looking for. I'm gonna let one more person just like shoot your shot.
The system was in play.
Kinda. So this the last thing I noticed. So first of all, who texted me?
Numbers.
Mr. Tarali, Dean Tarali, the new ACN influencer. His first time being an influencer in like almost 20 years of being an ACN. He texted me. He was there. So you got an RVP influencer, also known back in the day as a Circle of Champions member, that's texting me this, that's working, putting in work, not making excuses. That is consistent. When I met Mr. Tarali years ago, when I was brand new, I was impressed because my mentor told me be impressed by people on the charts. And I saw him on the team coordinator charts, which is now RC. And I was impressed because he was someone that was an actor, having residual income, and he's still doing the same stuff that he's been doing since then. It's not a coincidence. Same people, always on the charts. One of the things that I thought of when I was a baby in the company, and I used to watch the Circle of Champions members and cry every single international. My wife would say to me, and I finally told her the truth, where did you disappear to? And I would disappear up there just bawling, because I'm like, man, one day that's going to be me. And I remember when it became me, and I stood up there, and when I looked at the videos and pictures, I was like, wow, all of my peers that grew up with me in the company, it's just me. It's the same other people, and then me. And then I went to the RVP trips, and there'd be new RVPs coming, and it'd be the same people with us, with me and Mr. Thomas and other people. And then the next year, my peers wouldn't be there, even if they hit RVP, because their production wasn't there. And I wanted that dream to come true for me. So I've stayed consistent. Glory to God, still on the charts, always. You never go look on the charts and not see me on there. Praise God. Even if I promote a regional vice president. And that's how Dean Tarali is. That's how Mr. Tarali is. That's what I saw when I saw this, first of all. Secondly, just like Julian said, you know, it's excited people out there. And what I noticed is that, like I told you guys at the leadership, 9 out of 11 people, are you going to get 9 out of 11 people on the Zoom? Now you can say, you can hype all of it up, but me and Mr. Cooper's talked about it literally a couple of days ago. I mean, it ain't happening on no Zoom. And it's because Zoom is great. It's phenomenal. It scales the business. My business is broader than it's ever been. It's everywhere because of Zoom. I mean, at the leadership with me and Mr. Thomas and Ms. Driscoll, we heard people signing up people in Australia and all different parts of the world. That's because of Zoom, okay? That's phenomenal. You want to have a business in all 50 states and in 28 countries. That's what you want, okay? However, you should be able, whoever, like I said at the leadership, whoever supplements this is gonna blow up ACN, because that's what stands out to me, is that when you live and you get to meet with people one-on-one, they get to feel your energy and experience you in a different way, and they're ready to get started. And clearly, Mr. Tarali and even Ms. Driscoll, you know, she told me how she's been doing live events, are not afraid to do this. So I want you guys to see what happened with me. So this is, if you guys can see it, it's probably a little blurry. You probably have to move it around and pinch it. This is my growth. And, oh, I could do it. It shows I got started in 2012. By the end of 2012, I had 14 business partners. By the end of 2013, I had 145, then 606, then over 1,000, 2,400, 3,200, you know, just solid business, nothing phenomenal. But in 2 years, I was able to become a regional vice president. I was the first platinum regional vice president in the company that did not go platinum automatically, and went straight my first quarter being a team coordinator, which is now RC, regional coordinator. First month, was on the charts, got 30 plus reps, was able to make 10 grand. My first quarter was a President's Club member, just had a really great run with the company. And, you know, this kind of shows my growth a little bit up here, the 3200. This is I did a leadership with this with my team, you know, a couple of years ago, because I was just blown away by what happened in 2018. And, you know, what's crazy to me is, you know, I call myself the Black Tom Brady. And I call myself the Black Steve Jobs. You know, his name is Steve, and I really think like him. And I call myself the Black Tom Brady because, you know, Tom Brady was a 6th round pick. So that means that you pick in this 32 NFL team. So you get passed over 32 times round 1, then another 32 times round 2, then another 32 times round 3, then another 32 times round 4. So all of these people, it was like something like 12 quarterbacks picked before him. Okay. And none of them did nothing. And he got 7 or 8 championships and been to the Super Bowl double-digit times, the most in NFL history championships and the most. And he wasn't like LeBron James. LeBron James, the 1st round pick, you know, Peyton Manning first overall pick, 1st round, 1st pick. Like some people, like, you got all the talent, you looked the part, you know. I remember when I was riding the car with my mentor, who was a regional director, and we had regional coordinator, so it was another position, a regional director, and he would have been considered a regular regional vice president back then. And we were driving, and he was like, you know, I can't believe that, this is what he said to me. He said, I can't believe that you're the leader. You know, I was driving back and forth 4 hours to Cleveland, and like, I thought, just right in front of my face, I thought, I mean, they're RVPs now. I thought Greg Borden was the leader. I thought Antonio Tran was the leader. They're RVPs now on my team. I thought this, he said, but I can't believe you're the leader driving with me. And I was like, dang, like, I was like, man. And this is why I feel like I'm Tom Brady. I've never been peaked in network marketing in my entire life when, you know, before ACN. You know, my friends and people that would join would say, you know, oh, you know, I heard of network marketing, you know, before. I had never been peaked. Nobody was peaking me, you know. Just a regular person from Cleveland, Ohio, you know, super dark chocolate. And that's why I don't have a natural talent, you know. But when that day when I got started, what I did know, when I told my mentor, I said, you're never going to have to find anybody else. I'm about to blow this up, was because I knew that I had something that nobody else had, work ethic. When he said work ethic, I said, oh, it's a wrap. I promise you, I knew it. And he said, be coachable. You speaking my language, because I always tell my team, I do things and I make them better. And that's what I thought of today. The great Tom Brady. This is what he said. He retired today after 22 NFL seasons. He said, I have always believed the sport of football is an all-in proposition. If a 100% competitive commitment isn't there, you won't succeed. If a 100% competitive commitment isn't there, you won't succeed. And success is what I love so much about our game. It's what I love so much about ACN. I'm addicted to it. There is a physical, mental, and emotional challenge every single day that has allowed me to maximize my highest potential. And I've tried my very best these past 22 years. There are no shortcuts on the field or in life. This is very difficult for me to write, but here it goes. I'm not going to make that competitive commitment anymore. I have loved my NFL career, and now it's time for me to focus my time and energy on other things that require my attention. And I think he means family, because I feel like I can think like him since I'm the Black Tom Brady. Now, what stood out to you? I kind of emphasized it a little bit. So what stood out from that?
Be
His 100%
competitive.
commitment. 100%
Yeah, that,
commitment.
That's it.
yeah, that commitment. He said, if it ain't there, you ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna be successful.
All in proposition.
All in.
All in. Yeah.
100% commitment. Amen. I've always been trying to help people. You know, most of the people that I hired with Scott's, I was a market manager. Most of the people that I hired with Scott's were referrals, but like I put it on Facebook and social media, I've always been the person to try to help people. Now I'm gonna say this. 100% commitment. I'm gonna show you what 100% commitment looks like. This is what 100% commitment looks like. I want you guys to see this. I gotta do it a little bit different. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all what 100% commitment looks like. I don't know why. Hold on.
Sir, while you're getting that together, I want to make a comment real quickly. Only that when Tom Brady moved to Florida, he rented out Mr. Jeter's house of the used to play for the New York Yankees. He rented out Mr. Jeter's house, and he had all his people that played for him in Buccaneers, some of the leaders, stay at his house, and they would go through film after film after film, and people, some of the players would fight to be living in the house with him for the time he was there renting it, to teach them the things that he learned through the years. And I thought that was amazing about Tom Brady.
He just think different.
Yes, he's a leader.
He's a leader.
He's a leader. That's a leader. He takes people up under his wings and train them, teach them, living with them, talking to them, bringing them up, making them more than they could be, and bring out the best in them. Back to you.
I grew up as a kid, you know, watching them, and I didn't like them. And the reason why I didn't was because it's the same reason why I didn't like Michael Jordan. You know, Michael Jordan beat up on my Cavs. Tom Brady beat up on. I feel like it's all Paytons. You know, it's like we all got to stick together. So Payten Manning was my guy. You know, even though his first name is Payten. So him beating up on going back and forth. So you had to choose when I was a kid, either Payten Manning or Tom Brady. But when Payten Manning retired, I really got to appreciate his greatness. And just think about how he thinks though. Like, people make fun of him. I was watching this interview a couple of months ago, and they're talking about his diet. I never eat like that. Well, you're not gonna play 22 years either, you know, at a high level. You know, just different stuff. And then for y'all that saw me because of my diet and the things I do with food, everybody, you know, you need in the back with the founders and stuff, they like, give Steven a cookie and stuff. I'm like, I'm not about to eat that. You know, I just think different, you know, a lot like Tom Brady. But look, this is my first international. And Mr. Thomas thinks like that too. I mean, we ate so healthy while we were down there, you know, good, but healthy. I was watching him and his habits. I was very, very impressed. And he taught me some things. But anyway, look, this is my first international. And, you know, it's crazy because I still look like that guy in the Scott's picture. You know, if you can see me all the way in the back, I'm kind of blending in with the black thing that's behind me, but that's me. All right, if you can see it. And, you know, this is my first international. I told y'all I got on a call And when I got on the conference call, the RD that was on there said that you got to bring double-digit people to international and you'll be a RVP. I only, if y'all saw, only have 14 people on my team, and I brought 12 people to the first international. This is the remnant of the people that took a picture, and I brought everybody. I called everybody, begging, not hanging up the phone, going to their house. We're not leaving until you make. Like I remember calling my cousin, who's all the way to the left, Greg Borden Jr. He's now our RVP, and I could tell he was about to quit. And I called him and I said, cuz, I said, please, let's just for once follow the whole system and do what they. Remember, I got started in July. This wasn't until all the way until February, finally, because Mr. Churn got in December, like I told y'all last week. And I called him, I said, cuz, let's just do what they say for once. Let's just follow the full system and go there. And then if it don't work, we can quit together. But because I could tell he was about to quit. It's my cousin. He just, when people about to quit, they're not really responding to you, So I had to meet him face to face. I have a heart to heart. But I got everybody there except 2 people from Chicago. And they wouldn't respond. I couldn't drive to Chicago. All right. But this is all the Ohio people. All right. It's my first international. And I was addicted to international. What's funny is the Churns, they're right in the middle. And they're RVPs also. Mrs. Churn, the majority of the people that came, you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there was 2 more, and they were all on their team. So I found out later, literally like 4 years ago, I've been at ACN 9 years, that they weren't promoting the international because their people that came to international did not turn up. But it's a numbers game. They had a small number. My number was bigger, and they turned up. And then Mr. Borden, the other Borden is right next to me. So it's a numbers game. So I'm just telling you. But my belief was increased because of it. And this is my second international. Got more people to the international. It was like 40 people. This the remnant that took a picture with us. I remember it was 40, clear as day, because I remember my mentor saying, if whatever number you get at the international, that's how many reps you're going to be getting a month. And that's what I was able to do, 40 to 50. I brought it up to 10 to 15 grand a month at the position at now RC. And then my next international kept getting bigger and bigger. Commitment. This is somewhere on the West Coast. Went east to west, east to west. And just kept getting bigger. Didn't matter where it was. I wasn't missing no event. And I was calling everybody. I mean, up under Mr. Churn, up under Mr. Borden, up under everybody, I was personally calling everybody, personally going to their house, personally investing in people. I was not, because at this point, I knew that I was going to get my money back. So I was paying for people I wasn't just, hey, I would talk to them, and after crying and going through all the resources that we could, making them pull up their bank account, stuff like that, then I would say, okay, I'll meet you halfway or whatever. I was spending thousands, and nobody knew that I was getting in trouble at home because my account was in a negative every international at this point. I promise you, my wife is next to me right now. It was in a negative every and what I would tell my wife, I would say, babe, I need your help. I need you to just trust me, but I need you, we on a budget, so I need you to make spaghetti. I need you to make meals that last for days right now. Because I was 100% committed. And guess what? It just kept getting bigger. I mean, you can't even impossible to see us all in the picture. Impact. It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then this is these is so many. My apologies. Just kept getting bigger. Oh, this is the one I want. And this is my favorite one. This is just a special day right before the pandemic. You know, we took up the whole staircase and there's people standing up top. They didn't care about getting in the picture of some of the people, but, you know, in one of the books that I read, it talks about pictures. And, you know, this is after the pandemic. This is in Cleveland. This is, I mean, last year we had our first in-person meeting. We had a picnic. This is just at the picnic, not the event. The event was massive. The event, we had 500 registrations. But this is the picnic. You see the different color impact shirts. Had an amazing time at the event. And I just authentically want you guys to see what commitment looks like. Because the first thing I showed you on the call was what, oh, I had one more. This is on the West Coast somewhere. But, and this is, with the white pants is Nicole Woods right there, right behind me. But everybody wasn't down there yet, but somebody slipped and took this picture before everybody got down there. I mean, but we were packed all across the bottom of there. It was huge. I got it, but I didn't feel like looking for it. I think you guys get the point. But I wanted you guys to see what 100% commitment looks like. And what it looks like is, and it's over now, but don't ever miss an event. Don't miss events. This is a leadership. You guys are leaders. I showed y'all at first, Mr. Terrell, you gotta get people in the business. You gotta do presentations like I told y'all last week. But in order to have leaders, you want multiple regional vice presidents on your team. Yes, but don't miss any events, but don't miss the live events. The internationals, the emerging event, don't stop missing those events. There's no excuse. That's not 100% commitment. I don't care what happens. I mean, I miss birthdays. I miss so much. I mean, family mad at me, you know, for it, you know, and stuff like that. They didn't understand that I was trying to build an empire. Every time you miss an international event, you put your business back. It's almost like starting backwards, starting all over. Stop doing that. Don't do that no more. That's not okay. Don't do that. And some of y'all I didn't see there, and that was disappointing. That shouldn't happen. And that goes for my team too. And I'm gonna talk to them about it, because going forward, we need to be all in on OKC. We need to dominate and take over OKC. I don't care about the price. Somebody told me, oh, it's $400. I don't care. Make it happen. Take out a loan, do whatever you gotta do. But it's all about the end result. I wanna get as many people there. I wanna invest in as many people as possible, because I know a leader's gonna come out of it. You know, I got over 50 regional directors, 3 RVP. I got 2 regional vice presidents that's about to hit regional vice president by the spring, by April, May. I got 2. So I'm about to have 5. And all of them is because of, that's what's making the production. That's what makes me be able to, all the work I put in, driving all across the world, all the work I put in, you know, driving, doing these meetings, and then talking to people and getting into international, 40 people to international, 50, 100, 200, 500 people to international, all that work I put in. Now I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. I remember Al Thomas did My favorite leadership at the International. I promise you, I'm not saying it because you're on the call. It's my favorite one. And it stood out to me. It gave me hope. And all I really remember is that, if y'all know Mr. Thomas, he gets real loud. And he was like, you know, he said, when you are new in the business, it's work, paycheck. Work, paycheck. And then he said, you hit team coordinators, work, paycheck. You know, work, paycheck, whatever. And then regional director, he was like, work, paycheck. You know, and then it was like regional vice president, work, paycheck. And then it was like SVP COC, work, paycheck, work, pay. And I was like, wow. Or yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was check. My wife just said it was a check, work. Yeah, that's what it was. Check, work. And that's what it is for me now. Check, work. And it's because I have a massive team of leaders, you know, because I put in the work, but I still follow the system, still picking people, still introducing people to the business. You know, I'm just not, back then I was doing 10 to 14 PBRs a week, literally going to people's houses. Didn't matter where they were, Pittsburgh, you know, California, Florida, Atlanta, Chicago, it didn't matter. And now I'm able to be doing PBR time. I'm at my kids' practices. That was my goal. That's what I told my wife and kids. And that gave me hope when I heard Mr. Thomas say that. I'm like, man, that's going to be my life one day. And now I'm here. But y'all got to put in the work. Y'all got to plug in to the events and don't miss them. Get registered for Elevate. We need to be, our teams that are on this call represented need to be dominant. I'm telling y'all the secret. It's the secret to ACN. It's what the Mazers are doing. They produce so many people. Mike Mazer's down here. I talk to him all the time, every week. And it's what they're doing. They just talk to so many people. They peak so many people. They're having so many presentations. I mean, people come down here to Texas and they have them go into their house and stay upstairs. And I had a guy that was there. We were kicking it. It was me, Franco LaFranco, Mike Mazer, Harsh Patel, and we all kicking it, you know, eating pizza and chilling and watching TV and just chilling. And then it was so weird. This guy comes downstairs like 6-7 hours later. I mean, it's late. I'm about to leave. I'm texting my wife. I'm about to leave. Wendy Saunders was there, and all of a sudden I say, hey, you know, what was you doing? He's like, oh, hey, Mr. Payten. You know, he's excited to see him. He's like, yeah, well, I couldn't come downstairs until I got a rep. Like they not playing, you know what I'm saying? And he was from New Jersey. He came in town. Like they're doing that. It's high level intensity and getting you to the international. Okay, they just follow the system. They doing a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all what the system is. I'm telling y'all how to do it. I'm showing y'all with my own life and lifestyle. I'm showing y'all what I did with AC. There's no shortcuts, just like Tom Brady said. Can't skip the system. It is what it is. We're in network marketing. We have our own business. We have to invest. You're going to be broke sometimes. You got to spend money. It is what it is. You got to fly across the country. That's what network marketing is. That's the business you started. Fortunately, you don't have to come up with no idea, you know, like Apple or Amazon, and then, you know, do that. It's already done for you. But if you want success, you can't skip part of the system. There's no shortcuts. So plug into the events. Let's dominate. Let's destroy February, okay, with production. Let's destroy it. It's my birthday month. My birthday is next Tuesday, February 8th. It's my birthday month. February 5th, Sam? Nice. So let's destroy it. And let's destroy March. Get a whole bunch of people in the business. Get a whole bunch of people paid with these bonuses, free money that they're giving us. Make them feel disrespected. Like, dang, they really took advantage of all this money and all this bonus money. Let's do that. And then get a whole bunch of people to OKC. God bless. Love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in Oklahoma.